Look, and I gotta have a cup of coffee. So
we are here.
Good morning. Good morning.
Welcome to Coffee and Conversations.
Good morning.
The birds are chirping. Ooh, 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 ooh. It's like gloomy though. The birds aren't as chirping as loud.
No.
Now they was out there because I had to take
Are they out there?
I had to take out this morning. I did a reel this morning because I'm like, this is why I be late.
That's
because he be outside running around, peeing every 2 spaces around the whole yard. Mm-hmm. Then barking at sounds because the whole jungle is behind my house. Yeah, so it's like
what's
God knows what's back there. I said, you keep on messing around, someone come from over here, you gonna be running and this door gonna get closed if you ain't faster than that now. They going fast, but he better be ready to go when they coming.
Call him out.
Yes, honey, because when he
and Precious will leave him. Okay.
I will lock that door if he don't make it in time.
She gonna take flight, okay?
If he don't make it in time to save his life, he out of here, boy. I'm sorry.
She gonna close the door. He gonna be like, wait.
I'm like, and I be yelling. He be in the back, and you can hear, different sounds because they be swinging and be what they be saying be back there. First of all, Kia had a sheep walk by her house. I know it was.
See what I'm saying?
Looked like a baby sheep on her camera. Okay.
I gotta let.
If y'all got them cameras, you gotta let him see it because I don't know what that is. I can't even help her understand.
I'm like, is it a possum? Is it a cat?
Good morning, Queen Jam.
Good morning, Queen.
Good morning to you.
I don't know what that thing was.
Good morning, King Jacob.
Jacob in the house. What up? We gotta get on one of your podcasts.
Yes, we do. You know what? I'm gonna put it on my note to message so that we can pick a date.
I got to get on and pay attention, child.
Yes. I want to get on and do a show. Shoot. I'm ready to let's have these conversations everywhere, honey. Everywhere.
These relationship things be popping.
Yeah. But relationship questions is where it's at. Because I think that at the end of the day, the reason why it's always the most talked about subject is because it is the foundation of everything, right? Your relationships is what decide how your friendships are, how your parenting is, all those different things, right? That would be fire, right, Jacob? I'm with it. I think that would be a nice, good conversation. Good morning, Dr. Beverly. How are you doing, Queen?
Good morning.
So, yeah, I think relationships is really something that in this season, we definitely have to focus on. As I say, relationships is about relating so the ship can move and you can no longer be anchored in your understanding. And when we anchor our romantic relationships, the world just is a better place. Just imagine when you all in love. Remember when you all in love, when you all in that place and when the right song comes on, you just have more of a pleasant attitude.
It's always memories of a relationship.
Yes.
Or a time or a situation.
That part. Everything.
And it can be good or bad, honey. Come on now. Because you be like, yeah, because I remember when I was with so-and-so. Girl, you just have so many stories.
Yeah. And then it helped you deal with each other, right? So how you deal with your girlfriends, how you deal with your mate, how you deal with your kids, how you deal with your parents,
all of those
how you deal with your employer and your employees. If you're like, it's all about, as Dr. Beverly, it's all about relationships, right? It's all about moving from where you are in order to get to where you're trying to go. And so that's what the relating is all about. Can I see you? Can I hear you? Can I grow with you? Mm-hmm. Can you make me feel joy, right? And so being in those healthy relationships. And let me tell y'all something. I'm doing a whole series that I'm so excited about because it's called Mental Health. And health, are y'all ready? This is mine now. Don't y'all forget y'all heard it here. But health is about, if you look at the word health, it's spelled H, and y'all know I love to play with words. That's my thing as the poet. Health is HELTH. And so mental health program that I'm about to do is about, because I help you operate on your mindset as the soul doctor. And so it's the mind, right? Your soul is your mind. I'm doctor, so I'm the dream revitalizer. So the soul sage doctor is mind, wisdom, dream revitalizer. Most times, because of what we've been through, we don't get past those limited beliefs, and we forget about the dream that was placed in us when we got here. And so we let life and situations stop us from showing up. So now moving forward, when I talk about mental health, is heal for the HEAL, the T stands for thy, and the H stands for history. Mental health is when you heal thy history. God said to renew your mind daily in order for you to be effective, in order for you to turn your lessons into your blessings, in order to turn your pain into power, you have to heal thy history, the history you've been through. And so it's like soul retrieval. When you have a session with me, it's like you're going back to retrieve the thought, the moment, the place in which you got stuck in order to put it back into focus so that you can move forward, right? So mental health is being stuck. Insanity is doing the same thing, expecting different results. And so physically, which is why I say survivor to soulvivor, physically I'm here, but mentally I'm in that moment, right? We get triggered in our present state because of moments. That's just memories. So when I retrieve that moment, that memory, so that you can see it as the gift that it was, so you can turn that lesson into the blessing, so you can realize that the who may kill you and the what will heal you, so that you can realize that in order to live in serendipity, you have to surrender to pity. These are all the things that are required because I had to do it. I had to do it. It has to be done. There is no way you're going to have healthy relationships until you retrieve the part of your mindset that got lost in that doubt, that got lost in that don't, that got lost in that confusion. And so you heal your relationship when you heal thy history. And so that is what mental health is for me. Yes. And this is going to be an awesome session that I'm launching because I'm like, oh, God. So, you know, I'm always talking about operating on the mindset and all that. I was like, oh, mental health, heal thy history.
Heal thy history. The history is
the history of what you think. That's it.
Yesterday.
Yes. So that's why I deal with your emotional health. I take you out of your feelings into your healing.
Get out your feelings and into your healing.
You can't do both.
That
you cannot do both. Yes.
Get out your feelings and into your healing. We used to say, ain't no money in your feelings. Get out your feelings. Get out of that. And get to this money.
That part.
Get to this money because your feelings gonna have you broke
and broken.
Broke and broken.
You don't want to be broke and broken.
Busted and disgusted.
Busted and disgusted is the phrase.
We can't be busted and disgusted. Something got to be
busted and disgusted.
We ain't gonna be but.
Good morning,
get out some feelings and into that feeling.
Boom, boom, bam. Good morning to you, beautiful.
I cannot. What say you, Jacob?
Good morning.
Here we go.
There we go. I'm about to take off this sweater. Turn on that heat. I'm
you get hot. It's hot topics, honey. Come on, Jacob. Let me see what you saying.
That hot coffee.
Jacob said a woman and man can be friends without any attraction, but sometimes there is some attraction. Just depends on what attracts you. Mm-hmm. But no matter what, you have to be very disciplined. Mm-hmm. Things get said, and sometimes verbal lines are crossed. Mm. Yes, they are. You said a mouthful, Jacob.
That part.
Now, attraction is funny because you could be physically attracted, sexually attracted, right? Yeah. So
mentally attractive.
Come on now, they feed in your mentals.
Spiritually.
And so, you know, you're an emotional creature. So if you could get my mind, everything else about you start falling into place. You could be the ugliest nigga. You could be the ugliest. And you'll be like, what the hell you saying? But mentally, they got my mind. So now they're the most beautifulest person in my eyes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
so
true.
All of that other stuff that wouldn't attracted me physically, now it's past that for me. You know, because mentally, you feed in me mentally. You know? So once that attraction happens on either side,
mm-hmm.
it's like a whole blow up situation.
Oh, look what we got in the
Come on, I said Michelle in the house.
I said Michelle in the house. What? Hey,
Money Queen.
Hey, Mom.
Yes, you know that's true, Michelle. Come on now.
I think that is so key when you think about it. It says a woman and man can be friends without any attraction, but sometimes there is some attraction. And I think that is just what happens when relationships grow, right? And I think the more mature you get, that's why it's a sticky situation, because like attraction for me is kind of developed over time, right? And so it's one thing to be like, oh, somebody is cute. Mm-hmm. But then you go on a date and you get to know them, and then the attraction starts to draw nearer. So I think that is, sometimes it could be somebody that you be like, I never even would have hooked myself up. Well, you know, a blind date. And you're like, oh my God, but that means that it wasn't even on your. So if we're talking about physical attraction, right? That is just that immediate thing, right? And many of us who pick physically ain't even in good relationships. So that means that we ain't got that thing right, because you're always picking off how somebody looks and you're still not in a relationship, which means that ain't working for you, right? So when you think about it, attraction, I think, is over time. So I think it is a touchy situation to be in a relationship or building a relationship with somebody of the opposite sex, and both of you guys are heterosexual, or somebody of the same sex and you guys are gay or whatever, right? It will be an issue because the initial attraction is just a vibe, right? The initial attraction is basically, I'm attracted to you because I'm just attracted to men. I'm attracted to you because I'm just attracted to women. I'm attracted to you because I'm just attracted to people, right? So now that's that first thing. Now the next part is, when you start spending time with somebody, that's how that attraction starts to like grow and climb and become like where did that come from, right? So I'm saying it is dangerous because it wasn't the intention. Mm-hmm. It wasn't the intention. So I think that spending time with somebody of the opposite sex, if you're free, you may find that, wow, we have a lot in common. Mm-hmm. And that's only because I hung out with you and got to know you. And then I became attracted to you as I discovered the bits and pieces of you that aren't on surface level. So it is a very tricky situation because you cannot control where you go when you are relating with somebody, right? Once I pull that anchor up in that ship, it's sailing, and it's like, wait a minute, we stranded in the middle of nowhere. We are with Gilligan's Island. Next thing I know, the skipper, and y'all all like y'all stuck. So I'm just like, when you think about it, it is so, it's so weird. And I guess it depends on how much time. Let me move it for you to read it. Oh, I know we late. This was Chef Ron be saying. See, y'all always late.
I be trying to mentally, but you
but we see it mentally. We be having, we go.
And I want the audience to really hear what you be saying, because you be so good and deep. You the apostle. You that mental mindset revitalizer. Really, for real, ain't no playing around. So I want you to talk, because I want them to really understand what you be saying, because you be on point, and I be over here like, and then I be like, I be on the rant. Comments, I be like, oh yeah, let me.
She ranting again. See
how much we missing, because as we talking, I know y'all commenting, so I'm trying, y'all, but shit.
Yes, get out of your feelings and into your healings.
That part. See, little comments like that, I'll be trying to interject it. The truth. That's the truth. Like, okay. Come on, Michelle. She said respect for the greater outcome will make you respect boundaries and strengthen your understanding of why you cannot or won't compromise that bond.
Yes.
That part. You gotta have those boundaries and respect it.
And sometimes it can go wrong though, because I'm not talking from the person that's in a relationship, because I feel like if you're in a relationship, you shouldn't be entertaining new friends. Maybe if you have an old friend that you have already seen how far y'all go, so you know there's no way and their boundaries are set. I don't think new friends will help. But I think for a lot of people that are single, who have a lot of good friends, who keep them in a friend category, but clearly there's an attraction to their behavior, the person that they are. But many times people are caught up in what they want somebody to look like, what they want them to have, and all of that stuff can be built, right? But integrity, personality. So it's like, it's crazy because you can have good relationships and build attraction and then keep on telling yourself, no, I'm never going to cross the line. And then like, well, why not? Why not be friends? Why not be lovers with somebody that's so cool to you if you have availability and there's an attraction? What stops that, you know?
Yeah, see, right. Now, if you're, see, that's the whole difference. It's like, what's stopping you if you don't, or if you have a friend of the opposite sex and you're dating and going on dates, but you gonna come and talk to him
every time,
and he already is consoling you, understanding you, and I think sometimes like you be at a point of vulnerability and they're there for you, and then that's when one thing leads to another, and now we've crossed the line of you there for me. And it's like, why not us try this? Because you are my person, I'm your person, but then it's like, for some reason, it's like, no, we need to remain friends because it don't work. Like, especially if you get to the sexual level, it's like the unknown part.
Listen, and speaking from experience,
so it's like
because
crazy.
when I met Chef Ron, right, I was not a single person. You know, and I was spending time hanging out, and we were all cool. Wasn't none of that.
Yeah.
Next thing I know, a couple of months down the line, we are so intrigued with each other. We are 21 years later. You see what I'm saying? But nobody tried to holler at each other. We was just all hanging out, and it's like the attraction grew and became something different. Where I had to break up with my boyfriend, like all of that. That's what I'm saying is real tricky, because you cannot control.
You just start.
You cannot control
to a person.
I don't care how many boundaries you put up. You cannot control. I say people fall in love. They got to climb out, but you fall in love. You don't know how you got there, what I'm doing here, and now it's a oasis. Now this is messy. So I think people, it's real tricky. I think from experience, it turned into a relationship, attraction that grew from just a friendship, right? Literally, an attraction that grew out of a friendship, spending too much time together.
When you do spend a lot of time together, it does become a tricky thing. But how
many times you been tricked with being friends?
I mean,
let's think about it, y'all. Think in y'all head. How many times y'all had that friend?
For me, I think that's why, for me with Byron, it's kind of like, like a man, like if you're married or if you're in a relationship, a man, for you to have a friend of the opposite sex is just like, I don't want to hear it. I don't understand that. Like, there's no such thing. So it's like, Jacob says there's a few women on this live. If we were in public, I would definitely say something too. I honestly would have shoot my shot. Sometimes you just need to vibe in a great conversation. It will definitely brighten up your day.
That's true.
Absolutely.
So true.
Absolutely.
It's called mingling and networking.
See, and you know what? That's why I say for me, I don't know. I don't want it to be disrespectful, but I need you to understand how I am. Yeah. Like if I'm with Byron and if I think I don't want to feel like that.
Like you can't be
like because then I'm gonna feel like, oh, I'm doing something wrong.
Yeah.
I don't want to feel that way. I want to just be free, but I don't want to disrespect you either. So if I see.
I think you could be cool.
Out,
you probably just can't be
like,
friends. You could be
cool. I can't be so touchy feely, but no, it's like the kid control your hands.
Yeah, the key is touchy feely.
I want you to know.
Ooh, you know, what with that shit?
I'm like,
I
will come up to you literally and be
but
like,
that's her personality.
You got some nice thick eyebrows. Ooh,
yeah,
and I would literally come up to you and touch your eyebrows and smooth them out like, ooh.
Yeah, you will.
And that's the thing, is like, girl, you can't be doing that. Like, but it's like, oh, you's a cute thing. I'm married and I'm like, oh, but when you trying to come up to me,
I'll be like, oh, yeah, I'm just complimenting.
But I just wanted to let you know you's a handsome thing. Mm-hmm. I'm just giving you a compliment because that's how I feel. And I don't want to be like, oh, babe. And I'll come home and be like, babe, I seen this man. He had some thick eyebrows. And he was handsome too. But my husband be like, what the fuck is you saying to me? Like, girl, is you crazy? And I'm like, I'm expressing like that. It's crazy. But
I remember we was at church one time. One of my friends came up, and there was Chef Ron was in his suit. She was like, "No disrespect." Principal was, "Oh my God, you look good in that suit." And I was like, "No disrespect, you look good in that suit." He definitely looked good in that suit.
He looking like a snack girl. See, and we laughing and I don't take nothing from it. Like, oh, she trying to flirt with my man. I don't have time for that. Like, damn, baby, I told you look good in that sleep. He do, girl, right, baby? Turn around. Give him the pose. Like, I'm gonna keep going with it because I'm like, yeah. Jacob talking about it's called mingling and networking.
That's it.
Face said that's relationship. It allows you to see the beauty or ugliness of a person. It does when you be with them enough to get to.
So you are talking about sexual relationships? Or we just talking about in general? Can you be in a relationship with somebody of the opposite sex and stay without being attracted to them?
Right? Jacob talking about no disrespect intended. All people are attracted to each all the time. It's a part of our daily life.
Yeah.
I think Rondell is very handsome. Mm-hmm. I love my cousin's face. I love his jawbone. His jawbone. I love his teeth. I mean, not that I want to do something with him.
Right.
But
I can know.
And I will let you know that. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's why I'm like that's why I say I don't think it's disrespect or nothing. Like,
yeah.
That's just me. Like, I'll squeeze your butt. I don't know, y'all. Maybe
she got that Faye because Faye was squeezing your butt.
I'll slap your butt. I'll squeeze your butt. I'll
squeeze her behind.
I'll touch your chest. See, I'm just friends with lovers benefits. Yes.
You got some
friends
with lovers benefits. I mean, that happened to the best of people, right? We friends with benefits because neither one's in a relationship. You don't want to be out here running through people. So it's like, all right, we got to understand it. The sneaky links. What's the name?
The sneaky links. It goes down in the DM.
Yes, Jacob. There are levels
and variations
of what?
To these
the attraction. Yeah, there are levels to the attraction. Yeah. So Chef Ron took you from another man.
Yes, he did.
Yes, he did.
She took him from another woman. So they both got something in common. They both was seeing somebody, and we was all just hanging out. You know, those
minding our
cousins,
business,
right? Those are
minding our business,
and they just stopped being with their other and started being with each other exclusively. Until 30-some years later, here we are.
Because that was 19. I met him at 19, and then we were together at 19, and we were married by 21.
See, look, so he was like, look, locked and loaded. Oh, yeah, you was the one. I done been around you enough.
I'm like, I was still a teenager. He took all my youth.
I love everything about you, girl.
Right, so we met at 19.
I had a dream about you.
We had a dream about it.
God said you the one, girl.
I'm just saying, sometimes it's just, it can get, it was the best decision we ever made. You know, if you ain't married, you're single. So
it was meant to be.
It was definitely, but definitely was both.
It was meant to be because this
separate relationships, and I don't know what it happened so fast.
It was meant to be because there's no way Rondell was heaven sent, because I still don't understand, for you to have a male cousin to be at that age and take on a cousin that came from another state that you don't really even know. You've heard about her, but my cousin didn't know me like that. So he was getting to know me, and the things he was doing as if he was so mature and a grown ass man, like he took us on as if he was the damn baby daddy. I had Sierra; she was a 5-month-old baby, and how he just helped us and took us everywhere. Took Sierra to the daycare, picked her up, and he was a 19-year-old cousin.
Well, no, he was younger
20.
Than that. Yeah, he's 20.
He was 20?
Yeah, because he's older than me. I was 19, so he was 20.
I was 21. We're a year apart. Yeah. Okay, he was 20. I was 21 because Sierra was 5 months old.
So I was 19. He was 20. You was 21.
He was so
Look at that.
Mature, and he was just so cool and fun and took us everywhere. We needed to go grocery shopping. He took us out to the club. I don't know a cousin now. I mean, a guy who ain't trying to. He was with his. See, he the Michelin man. He could do everything.
Yep.
I don't know nobody like that. And just have so much care. That's why I have so much respect for Rondell. Like, Chef Ron, you is the GOAT for real.
The GOAT.
I don't. That's why I said it was meant to be, because then when you came down, it was like.
Yeah, then when I came down, it was like.
It was like crazy.
There it is. Yeah, and we was all chilling.
We had a ball.
Was mad cool.
Living life just.
And I guess the moment that changed was and real cool. I was leaving, and this man is always. So I think I was leaving for work that day because he always tell that story. And he was sitting in the living room. I mean, in the kitchen. You know how we go? I go out the back door because I got a job up today.
Door and the back door.
So I was leaving. I didn't know he was there because I think you was there. He was there. His girlfriend was there. They was sitting at the table. It was all. So I was upstairs. I was about to leave. I'm going out. So I'm like, and he must have. I had on some fitted black jeans. And I guess when I walked by him, and it wasn't until after we got together that I even knew that he was saying something. But when I walked by, he always talk. Y'all know Chef Ron, he talk buku stuff. He always running his mouth. Stuff. So when I walked by, he was like, "Oh, they let you whisper." He said, "Oh." But I guess he caught himself because he ain't never was looking like that. He talking about, "Oh, they let you wear spandex to work." I was like, "Shut the hell up. You always got something to say. Y'all just have a bye." And I'm out the back door. And I think that moment he was like, "Wait a minute.
I never looked at her.
She got a little body. See what I'm saying, man? Y'all always got an ulterior motive. Came up there to steal my stuff, and guess what? Got stuck. You ain't gonna steal. You ain't about to steal off on me.
You gonna stay right here. Okay?
We's married now.
5 kids later.
Michelle
says all my men friends are attractive. But when I was single, my inability to handle the day after. Oh, I thought you was trying to say something else. When I was inability to handle the day. Okay.
This is not what the hell.
Right. Okay, wait. This is okay. All my men friends are attractive. But when I was single, my inability to handle the day after kept me in my place. Those feelings can become toxic.
Tell me about it, because that's the part.
That part.
That's the part you don't want to deal the day after. So you're like,
yeah. That attraction to have you in some crazy situations.
Yeah, after that first time, I think Chef Ron moved in. You give him away every single day. I had to give him a key. I said, "Boy, you just scared the shit out of me."
You need to climb through no more second floor windows. Take a key, please. I don't need nobody.
If I'm sleeping, just let yourself in. How about that? Because
I know he was even shocked at his damn self. Like, this girl.
I'm on a second level climbing through a window.
Like I'm Spider-Man.
To this day, he think I put something in his food. I'm like, who has to do that?
No, Ron.
It makes him feel better.
It's called a soulmate.
It's called right. That mind got snatched, and the rest will follow. So am I. That's why I'm an awesome therapist.
Okay. You talking about Faith Fletcher? Yes. We calculate risk, possible outcome, and realistic expectations. Come on now. You got that right. Team Ron. We are Team Ron around here, honey.
She's telling me something. Listen, and I love that Michelle would say, listen, all of them are attractive. Let's get that clear. But she said, I keep in alignment of my boundaries now.
Yeah, I do. But you know,
but it might be. Do you think it's easier for women to stay in the boundary than men? I think it's easier for women just because
to stay
the day after
than men.
I mean, stay in the boundary of not crossing the line because you're so afraid of, like she said, those feelings can become toxic, right? So to realize that they handle the next day. Because like a lot of men are easy for them to mess with this one, that one, and not be so attracted or connected where sometimes we're used to be, where women was so emotional that crossing that boundary and both people weren't in the same place, then all of a sudden you become toxic because now you're jealous. Now when he could call you because y'all was friends and talk about this girl, once you cross the line, you like, now you got a little attitude because now you secretly competing with somebody because you done crossed the line and maybe you like the line you crossed because y'all was really cool. And then the sex was good too. So now you're a sabotager for the relationship because emotionally as a woman, the women will be more looking for a mate, somebody to, you know what I'm saying?
So that's why I think because women are so emotional to keep it in check, to not even go there. Sometimes you see the man is the approacher where it's like they go in for the kiss or you hug them and it's a normal hug, but then you start feeling something different. And by the time y'all come back and y'all look at each other, it's like something that pulls y'all together to kiss. And then the woman might be like, no. Like, let's stop this. And then before it go too far, and now we somewhere different. And I don't want to ruin the relationship.
And he's gonna be celebrated, and she's not gonna feel so celebrated. She's gonna feel because a one night stand, is not gonna be the same celebration as the man. But
then it's like keep it, like I'm saying, keep it in perspective. Women don't know how to keep it in perspective. Sometimes I think more of a woman.
We do keep it in perspective
versus than the man that be like, okay, listen, this can't go no further than let's leave it here. Like we can't do this. Like but it's like something just then you become a sneaky link,
right? And you can't keep it in perspective because men are logical and women are emotional.
Correct.
So perspective would you keep it in?
So it's like
identity of a woman or a man, right? It's fooling ourselves to think that we're built the same because the perspective is built different.
Think that we could just stay platonic and it could stay just like this without no emotions to be like we gonna be a couple.
Mommy says men cannot handle friends with benefits. They want to keep it all to themselves, and that's what I'm. No, well, I don't know. I think a man can handle friends with benefits because men have done friends with benefits forever. I don't know that they can't handle it as much as
you got some crazies out there.
I mean, we always got that's a different story.
Following people and we
because that's what they want.
And now you being followed and men is crazy too. It's the person.
Because just imagine a friend with benefit and not the responsibility sounds idealistic. If you're not ready to settle down, you just need company when you need company, then that sounds idealistic.
You only need me when you need me, and
Yeah, but that's the point. The point is either you call or I call because we both need a call. And so you may listen. Some days I want it, and some days Chef Ron tired, so I gotta call him.
To somebody,
I gotta wake him up. Like, okay, I want it now. He gotta wake me up. He want it now. So it depends on who making the call, but it's gonna end up at the same place no matter what the call is. So to each his own. Can they handle it? I think that men can handle it better than women. You disagree with that? You think that men cannot handle friends with benefits and women can? You know what I mean?
No, women are definitely more attached than
Oh my God, they are. They're going to be having,
I
mean, I've seen it with my own eyes.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not the same.
Some men are just,
because I'm gonna tell you something. The woman is, she may be attracted to him, but if she having sex with him, she likes him like that, right? She definitely likes him like that. We already established that men can have sex with somebody and not like them like that. Most times it's established that if a woman have sex, because they say, women is easier for them to get some. If you go in a room with 10 men and be like, oh, I'm doing it, 8 of the men will raise their hand. But if a man go in a room with 10 women and be like, who effing tonight? Just out of respect, everybody ain't gonna raise their hand unless it's a star. We're gonna take a regular person that you don't know what they got, what they doing. It is walk in the room. You can't just be like, who doing it, right? But if a woman did that, most every man will be running to the plate if they're attracted to her. Just like, or even if they not, depending on when the lights called and the lights come out of the club, is who the drunkest tonight, right? So it just goes to show that basically it's just, I want to release, right? And so when you think about a woman who is into the man, I think it'd be more so you are attracted to him at some capacity when you're crossing that line. He doesn't have to be attracted to you at that capacity because of the line. He could just be horny today. It's not just because you're horny. It's because you're horny, you can pick a whole lot of people because you're horny. You're not just horny. You like him at some degree, and you don't mind giving yourself to him. Where with the man, he doesn't have to like you relationship-wise to see you past that moment. You cool. This is what we saying because we're being logical.
Just a moment, right?
Yes, this is the moment. We're gonna just enjoy this moment, and then you find out that then the next day, like we're saying right here, like Queen is just saying, it's Michelle? Like, listen, yeah, Michelle. That was Michelle that said it, right? Who said it? I think Michelle did say it. Yes. So then now it's toxic because now you in your feelings because you already liked him. And you did it because you think that now he may like you back because we already cool. And then when the next day come and he like, oh yeah, what you doing? Da da da. And you already like him, you attracted to him because why you gonna make?
And now it's all awkward.
Now, right? And now, like with Queen Michelle
said, when you was just
now
friends saying what you say. Right. Now you picking and choosing what to say because you don't want.
Because now
you're messing up.
Right, you're messing. So now you become a liar.
Oh my God.
See, yesterday
now
I knew.
He's not the friend no more.
Now,
he's out of friend zone.
He's out of friend zone now. It just is what it is. But he can keep you in friend zone. You understand? Yeah. And I ain't saying the majority. I'm not saying all men and all women. I'm saying if we're gonna do majority rules, majority of the woman will have a problem next day than the man, and it's just the culture. It's just the mindset, the indoctrination. So I think it's easier for the man to do it because he could move without feelings. But a woman, we can't do so much.
We too connected.
We too, yeah. We too
looking
all
for love
in.
in all the wrong places.
I'm talking about something. Well, maybe it's our bloodline.
Maybe it's the bloodline, honey. Well, women have been of the professional since time began and don't go chasing behind their johns.
Yeah, that's because she a professional. That's because it's a job. How many people get up and go to work that don't want to be there? You just got to do what you got to do. Now, if a John came and rescued her, she'd be gone, right? But it's still understanding your responsibilities. You're not getting into this. This is a job. Now, I don't care what you make it in your head. You came to work and you're going to get your percent. And the one thing that's always going to sell is that cat. So they selling the cat. But at the end of the day, don't get it confused with anything more. It ain't no feelings. It is.
Yeah,
that's definitely transactional. So with transactions, that's different than I'm emotionally invested in you. You emotionally invested in me. And now we crossing the line.
They start spending more time and you got your specialties. And now we spending time outside of just the assignment, and now I'm getting to know you. See, it's when you starting to get to know people. You just can't leave it like this. I know too much.
It's when you watching Pretty Woman, and that don't happen often.
Remember Brown Sugar? They were friends.
Oh yes, they were friends, and it wasn't until they both got into a relationship that when they saw each other, but they were friends since they was day high, but they didn't want to cross the line. That's a good example. Brown Sugar was a perfect example because
I love that movie.
And that's what happens. We get into such good relationships and you're so close and grew up and all of this, and then you still searching, and it's like, it might be right in front of your face, but you're so busy. You're connected. That's the first person you call. That's who you sit down vibing with, and you still like, but I'm looking for somebody. He's single, you single. I just don't get it.
My damn going through the charades. I'm like, listen here. Once you cross the line, you have to redefine how you present this individual to your true love or live a lie.
Ooh, that's so deep. Girl, now that's a part that ain't nobody even talked about. And that's what happened when you cross the lines, right? Because now you either got right. And it could have been one time, it could have been over, but once you cross that threshold, it's right. So then it changes, even as you said, love or live a lie. That's a whole topic right there.
That's the whole topic, yeah. Honey.
Once you cross the line, more. And it don't work. Oh my God. But then they stay the friend. Wow.
The skeletons.
That's something. That's something that no man would accept, and most women won't accept, right? Like,
because then how would you?
Yeah, that's hard to accept because you already know it's an attraction. You already know there's history. So all you need is a moment for something to be wrong, and you go back to comfort. So comfort is a dangerous place.
Yeah,
and when you keep comfort while you're growing, it'll always catch you at the wrong time. So, that is a situation that you might want to tap. But like I said, if you're very good friends and you never caught, I don't know. That's a hard one. Kia said,
Honey. Well.
Well, that has been my experience. Friends with benefits don't work. They start to want more. But friends with benefits means they were good friends. That's what I said. I wonder why people don't want to give them more when you are friends with benefits. What better thing is there to be but friends that have sex? I don't know. It's so confusing how people are looking.
Mess things up. Like,
why does sex? I think you can learn anything in sex too. You can teach anything. The more professional, more experience it's learning. It's like, okay, move this way, do this way, lick this way,
and have fun with it. It's just so.
I think that sex can become whatever. So if the friendship is there, sex can be, as long as it's not like
a wonderful thing.
Unless, they're not too small or something and you like, this just ain't gonna work. But outside of that, I think that you should be able to grow the sexual part of your life, especially when the foundation is there. I think because technically you're supposed to get to know somebody, get married, and then have sex. So that means you have no idea what that's going to look like. That means you are journeying to get better and better in that sexual part of your relationship. But the thing that matters,
if we do this and this is good, we
right? That's like real old school dating, right? You should be friends. Y'all should know each other's family. Y'all should see how it is when y'all disagree. Y'all all of that without the confusion of sex. So once all that is established, why not move to the next level and add the sex? That's how it was supposed to be indoctrinated, because then I can see you, I can understand you, I can relate to you. All of that stuff happens, and now it's like now we can explore each other.
So maybe that's what it is.
Yeah. So now it's like now we're exploring each other at a degree or at a level where now
communication
it's another thing. So the only thing that should be the problem after that, after you've been friends, is how do we maybe enhance our sex life? If you're like, oh, he ain't hitting like I want, or she ain't busting it wide open like I'm used to, right? Mm-hmm. So then it's like, well, then we're going to have to learn some stuff.
Well,
if we're friends,
teach each other, we're going to show each other what to do and what we need.
That part.
to satisfy both of us in that area.
In that area. So I'm saying
it's a work in progress.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't like trash and sash cannot be blossom into goodness. I mean, I don't know. Learn each other.
To my damn, I missed the whole show. Got me working like a slave.
I can't.
Oh, what did Mama Faye say?
It should be. You lose a friend. Men do not remain friends with women they are intimate with and wanted more. So they don't stay friends with them.
Right. And then women convince themselves that they don't care, and then they find themselves feeling that thing when they mention this one, mention that one. Men are, like Chef Ron, they're very honest with themselves. You do something, they like, oh, when a woman cheat, when a man cheat, a woman will stay and keep on forgetting. When a woman cheat, most times they're done because they are finite. They don't tolerate certain things. We are very passive aggressive women, right? And so it's like you lose a friend and you got all that thing and you wanted more. They're like, no, if I want more, I'm not going to put myself through this. But a woman will pretend to not give a damn. And the whole time she's breaking up inside about, oh, he on this day, oh, that. And now you got attitude. Now you got energy like, when he ain't going through all that. He like, listen, I want you.
Just stop being with the damn.
Yeah. So I think that's true.
And you think, oh, he gonna want me after a while. No. He done told you, girl. Are you listening to the words that came out his mouth? You ain't gonna. I don't understand why we do that. Michelle, if the sex is great, now you have greater temptation. And if it's not, you have wounded feelings which feed into resentment.
That part.
So I think if he's in the friend zone and y'all do cross the line and the sex is good, then great. But if it's not, then it's an easier way to stay in the friend zone. Because that's not what I want to do for anyway. We was friends before anything. So it ain't for this part because I need more than that. And it ain't even going to be for me. So now we could stay in the friend zone. So it's kind of like I'm not going to resent you because you're still my friend more than anything.
But that's only going to work if both people didn't like the sex. If one person liked it and the other person didn't.
Oh, for the woman, if the woman said it was sex.
I mean, either way, we don't care which way it is. I'm saying that both of y'all decided to do it, right? But one of y'all liked it and the other one didn't because one of y'all is more experienced or one of y'all is used to something than the other one was. So the one who's more experienced is going to beat the wheels off the one that's not. And that one is going to have a very powerful experience. The one who's not as experienced may not do the same type of thing that they used to. That's why that person is more advanced.
So that y'all even cross that line.
Right. The person that enjoyed it is going to be the one with the problem, not the person that was like, let's go back to being friends. It's going to be easier for that person because the expectation wasn't met. But the person.
How do you tell somebody that? It ain't
that's why I think it's hard.
Like, how would you even tell some Molly?
You a danger girl.
You a danger girl.
Maybe the attraction is not as deep as wanting to commit. Hey, Queen. Hey, Nicole.
Hey, Nicole.
Let me see. Maybe the attraction is not as deep as wanting to commit. That is true.
Yeah.
That is true.
The commitment is the problem.
But then why?
I want to have fun, but I want to.
But if the attraction is not,
you my friend, but I got other friends who girl.
Yeah.
You just one of my homies. Like we cool, we friends, but you just I'm social in these streets. I'm that.
But does that mean that attraction is good enough to have sex, but not to commit? Is that one?
Now it's just
maybe
sex
the attraction is it's not just sex.
We ain't gonna get this the soldier. It's just sex, girl.
It's not just sex, you guys. Listen to me.
Right.
It's more.
Help me out, Ron. I said it's just sex.
Not
girl.
just sex.
You get your feelings and stuff all involved. Who told you? Keep it in perspective. Here you go all over here when we right here. Keep it in perspective.
I think Chef Ron just realized what the topic was. Hell no, if you are attracted.
Oh, she can't have no friends, Ron. All right. Men
you attracted to them.
Other friends.
Well, we can't either. I mean, like you come in, she come in looking good, and then like you know people type
insecurity,
right?
If you, I say it's all good till it ain't. That's
period.
That's what
I tell people all the time, your dog ain't bite until we bite the first person. Then it's like, oh my God, I didn't expect him to bite you.
Once I get a feeling and something just ain't right no more than me, it ain't. That's when we Houston, we got a problem.
We got a problem, Houston. We got a problem. We became friends, then lovers. Now we getting married. So yeah, he definitely was not letting me go. That part. So right, they were cool, vibing. Then they
getting to know each other.
Yeah.
Start sleeping with each other. So now y'all lovers, and now we get married. Yeah.
Same thing happened to me.
I'm saying like, yeah, that's how it be.
Probably happened to everybody who in the marriage. It's like, oh, he kind of cool. Okay. Oh, he got a real cool. Okay. Oh, we had too much to drink. That was real good. Okay. Next thing y'all know, it's a new day.
Part.
Good morning, Author L.
There go Author L.
It's okay.
Girl, you don't be sorry. You in the conversation. Let's go.
Catch that. You gonna catch that replay too. We on the same apostle.
We on the same apostle. I can't.
Just about to say that part. It's a contract. Renegotiating has to occur as you change. What you talking about in that relationship? It is a contract, and it will take renegotiating.
Hey, Nicole.
Hey. Listen, I already said that. Look, you know we late because we just was talking. Need an itch scratch, and we are being safe.
Come on, that's sex.
That's
sex is getting your itch scratched and be safe with it. Now we're leading all these emotions and all of that come into. Now we taking it somewhere else. Because we was just having sex. Now you talking about something else. So you saying sex ain't just sex? Now we talking about we loving?
Oh. They long stroke. You all in love and you acting like a fool.
They can't have sex no more.
They can't have sex because so that person that wants you, that has sex with you, he gonna make they gonna make love to you that day, okay?
Well,
they go and then what?
That's my married now.
It's too deep.
That's my married now. The
sex
turned into love making. Now it's like, what is that?
I went from doing it once here, once there to every freaking day. I'm like, we married up in here.
Different sex.
You come up here every day and spend the night waking up. We married now.
It's like I just thought you was.
You're not about to wear this thing out. We go together.
A little different. What is this? This is no longer sex.
You come here every day.
I just
and we sleep together. We is married now. We go together. That's how we were married at 20. We over here every day. You waking up and leave. We's married now. You got a key. Oh, what we doing? What we doing here? Exactly. We's married now.
I can't.
Right, Chef Ron?
For what?
We's married now.
I can't. On Diane raised
some Catwoman.
That part, because when that sex turned into something else, it's like, whoa, wait a minute now. Either you want to keep doing it or I'm going to keep. What we doing? Loving that stroke. Come on, Nicole.
That's exactly. Now you stuck on stupid, and you already know who you fooling with because y'all was friends first, and you like, girl, never be because you cool as a fair with him, and you like, Then one day you become the victim. Now you over there looking like, where you at? What you doing? Why you over there that long? Now you wonder why people in their feelings, because that's what happened when you go ahead and put your back.
You in Huntersville dropping off the can.
How much longer you gonna be? I look at
you up a
the speedometer.
You dropping the can off, but I could meet you there.
Tell you, that's what happened. You get that wrong stroke. Next thing you know, you done change your whole zip code. And you moving in.
A little too much now.
It happens to the
like
best
that,
of them,
don't you, girl? All it could take is a bad argument an event conversation. Now you naked with your homeboy and messed up your home.
See what I'm saying? He missed the beginning because I promise you that's what I was saying at the beginning. The problem with that attraction is
that shoulder to lean on.
Yeah.
Those tears, them crocodile tears, the shoulder done, the shirt done soaked up all them tears, and now we naked in the bed.
And it works both ways.
Tell your mama I ain't never coming home.
Tell your mama I ain't never coming home.
I ain't never coming home.
Y'all is dead going food.
That's how
I swear. Because listen,
you.
that's exactly what's gonna happen. You be up in there thinking that y'all all good.
Stroke.
You have that argument. Now you got this understanding.
I just need somebody to talk to.
Attractive friend. And vice versa, right? Because look. Okay.
You know what I'm talking about, Nicole.
Movies, honey. You got to know the movies.
You got to be a movie buff.
You got to be a movie buff to be. We be cracking up and we just be saying Siskel Ebert over here. I swear. Listen, that's the part I'm trying to say. That's the part that I said in the beginning.
I'm telling
there
you.
is a very thin line when you are becoming friends. Like I said, it is all good when you are single. I say, why are you single and you got such great, good guy friends? Why are you single and you have such great, good female friends? Like, what is the problem? Y'all can finish each other. What are you waiting for? Who do y'all think y'all deserve?
You gonna say the first, let's go out? Like, they so scared of crossing the zone.
Yeah, I don't understand. Because if you're good friends and y'all cool, then I'm thinking that you could be like, yo, what's up? How did y'all become friends? That's the bigger question. How did you even become friends? You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, that'll let you know if there's a what did y'all mean? You just walk in and he say, hey, how you doing? And you like,
and they all friends.
You said who?
Cohane.
That Cohane.
He done had all the women and they all friends.
We watched Dynasty, right, Mom? She talking about that Cohane. He slept with all of them on Dynasty. Them rich people sleep with everybody.
All coexisting as friends.
And they all still
friends.
They didn't make it personal, honey. They said sex was sex.
They
separated sex.
You gotta keep your feelings in check, honey.
Your feelings, they are in check. When you feel that thing, it's going to check the way you acting next. Once you cross that line, that cool person, now you looking at them different.
Come on now, keep it in the family.
So I once was a cousin / homeboy, ended up a husband.
Come on now.
You that's my fake cousin over there. That's my fake homeboy. Like, that is not your cousin.
Never was your cousin.
That's exactly what he said. That ain't your cousin.
That's why you be like, you know how you always have cousins though.
He knew. He said that is not your cousin.
Oh, that's cousin. Oh,
so that's my cousin. That ain't your cousin.
Yeah,
I was like, yes, it is, honey. Man, no, honey. Man, he was on
I ain't really your cousin. Wait,
my man did not like Chef Ron. He said that is not your cousin. I said, but that's my cousin. That ain't your cousin.
It's always the men that be like,
I don't care if that's your cousin. That ain't your cousin.
That ain't your cousin.
And he become my cousin. Now he my cousin.
Oh, how your husband? I mean your husband.
Your cousin now. That was your cousin? Now he your cousin? I'm sick of y'all chicks. Man, mad. No, I'm sorry. I was so wrong, but I was only 19 years old. Please forgive me. Forgive me for falling in love with my cousin homeboy. Happens to the best of us. But listen, all I got to say was this was a good topic. As I knew it would be.
You know, these relationship topics.
It's on because we gotta have real conversations so we can.
Everybody's been in a relationship, so I mean, you can keep that conversation going.
Yes, honey.
Everybody got something to say on relationship topics.
Everybody.
What's the next topic? Y'all give us some ideas.
Whatever happened to y'all giving us some topics? Y'all ain't giving us one yet.
We ain't got nothing.
I know y'all got something y'all want to talk about now.
What y'all want to talk about? Give us a topic that we could discuss.
So that we could discuss.
For coffee and conversation.
Always remember, if you ever want to jump in, we can definitely send you a link. If you say, I'm tired of Twitter fingering it.
Right. You want your face on the screen.
And you want to speak for your own voice, honey, we can always send y'all a link immediately.
Got on, honey, because she was ready with her cup.
But yeah, this is a good conversation. I think it makes us think about the concept of what are we doing? And what is the intention? And being real clear with where we are and what makes sense. What's going to add problems and what's going to subtract problems, right? And so at the end of the day, when we think about it from a logical perspective, we know that having friends that we're attracted to can cause, should teachers fight back? Oh, girl. That's tomorrow's topic.
That's a good topic. Oh, yeah,
we're
that's
doing
good.
that tomorrow,
Thank you,
girl.
Michelle. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. Keep the party going. Keep the topics coming. I love it. See?
And I just got to say, hell yeah. No.
Hell to the
Hell to the yeah.
You want to act grown? I'm going to teach you grown. I'm a grown. I could be your mother, girl. That's disrespectful. Yeah, we're going to talk about that.
I know what teachers should do.
I'm going to be fired and everything, girl.
I know what teachers should do. Teachers should call your parents and say, come up here so I can beat your ass because you raised this child right here. So I don't want to put my hands on your child.
But you know what? I ain't even going to say that because you don't know what the parents is teaching them. It's the
I'm fucking with
child.
No, listen. We knew
you gonna come up here because
you're gonna be scared to be disrespectful if you got a parent that's gonna punch you in your mouth when you go home. Yes, you will. So I know definitely that it's got something to do with the parents. Because if you know better, you're gonna be scared that you're gonna get in trouble. If kids ain't scared that they're gonna get in trouble, they do what they want. We was in fear of getting in trouble.
No, you ain't want to come home because you stayed out too late. You knew better. You knew your ass was gonna get in here, but you said, well, I might as well stay as long as I can because I already know what it is when I get home. So you know what?
You was one of them kids. I'm going home on time. I'm not getting no whooping for nothing.
See,
I'm clocking out my time. I want to age out.
Oh, so that's what you're saying. I wasn't that scared enough to get my ass in that house. So it wasn't that detrimental. You knew you was gonna get beat. You was gonna get half killed. It was the detriment of the beat.
No, I'm just gonna be in on time.
Based on the parents.
I'm not challenging
because you was that scared. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So maybe
that's what I'm saying.
I wasn't that scared.
You wasn't.
I
saw your bitch
scream.
That's what I'm trying to say.
I was gonna get beat.
She wasn't scared because the consequences wasn't consequences.
I wasn't gonna be able to go to Sherelle house.
That's it.
So
that is not in trouble, y'all. That ain't fearful. I ain't gonna go to Sherelle tomorrow. I'm gonna walk with her to school though. Who cares? Let's think about it. Kia, how you was talking? The most you got was mush. That's what Kia got. Do you think that makes sense? He was dealing with her mindset. Get your mind right. That's why.
What you thinking up there?
But if you knew that ass whooping was gonna follow, but then it depends on the kid because there are certain kids who don't care.
Yeah, they gonna take that ass whooping.
But that was. But in classrooms, you may have had two of them. You didn't have. Yeah, the whole classroom not scared. Now that's a different generation. You may have the special ed kid, you know, the behavior. You gonna put them downstairs because they just don't listen to their mom. They don't listen to nobody. So we gotta put them in smaller classes.
Oh, what's tomorrow? Thursday. Yeah, we gonna talk about that.
That's a perfect topic.
Should teachers fight back? That's gonna be a good one.
We're gonna see what God got with this relationship.
Everybody drop a topic in the thing. Everybody that's on is 11 people on. I need everybody to drop a topic in the messages. So when we go back, we're going to pick from these 11 topics for the next 11 days.
For the next 11 days.
Y'all part of the conversations now. What say you? What y'all want to talk about?
Topic number 1, should teachers fight back? This should be very interesting.
Oh, I know you done gave us some topics. Just give us another one.
Okay, so guys, let's see.
Give us a topic.
What will be our conversation for today? Please lead us in the thing. Should let friends have sex with each other? Friends don't let friends drink and drive. Friends don't let friends have sex with each other. What say you, Lord?
We both gonna be tipsy and we gonna get to this place where we gonna get all our kids and worries out, honey.
Bringing calm.
Careful words.
Is that what they say? Bringing calm, right? This little script they got in here, honey.
No, it's like
be having me bringing Kaden. Calm. Who's writing? Bringing Clara? I don't know this script. Let's see. Okay, it says, fools give full vent to their rage, but the wise bring calm in the end. It was calm. Proverbs 29:11. Have you ever gotten mad at your spouse, said ugly things, and then later wish you could take your words back? I suspect most of us have been guilty of that on multiple occasions. What's even worse, we seem to have an uncanny ability to hurl words that hurt our spouses most because we know the spots where they're sensitive or vulnerable. Rage can cause so much damage in a marriage. Words spoken in anger can seep into our souls, wounding us deeply. The next time we're in those situations, we'd be wise to practice quietness until we got ourselves under control. Stop and pray and ask God to make your attitude right before you say angry words that could be remembered forever. Do you have a problem with anger? And how does that impact your relationship? So with the topic that we have.
Correct. You got to be calm when things go left, and then we need to
so you don't cause boundaries with the friend you attracted to and cause an issue. You see that? So what God is saying is to keep them words in check so that your lover don't run to another.
Or you don't ruin the friendship, because if things, you cross the boundary, now you want to get back in the friend lane and you don't want it to go too far. You want to stop it right here. You got to pick your words wisely.
Really, Chef Ron?
Calm.
That's what you're going to do.
I can't. Hey, we said relationship.
The systems created the problem. How important is it giving head in a marriage?
What is that? We're going to talk about that because I have some questions. What is it about?
Sounds like a Saturday night. Saturday at 9 p.m. cocktails. Conversation.
I don't know about that on a live on a Facebook.
No. Yeah. That'll be 9 p.m. on cocktails. You can have cocktails and talk about that.
Don't y'all do that in the group?
Yeah, we can do it in all the groups. No, that could be a regular live conversation. I mean, we saying head, use the word head, but I guess. Topic: bitter women that endangered men with their tactics, deny children their fathers, and legally bind our men in their mess. Ooh!
Come on!
Ooh.
I like it. Thanks for that one too. See, we got some topics.
When we getting bitter, not better, ladies.
Let's get better.
Let's talk to the problem.
Let's go.
That's what happened when you sleep with that friend, and he be like, I ain't going where you going. And then you bitter. That's what I said. Now, after you done slept with him, now all of a sudden, rules change, honey. You invested now. You in danger, Molly, you in danger, girl.
Molly?
Let's find out I am. These are some awesome topics. Let me tell you.
Situation.
You in a situation.
Ready?
Okay, so what is our I am for the day, you guys?
What's our I am for the day, honey? Let's see what we can pick here.
I close my eyes. Let's see. Is this a repeat offender? What is our I ams? I am sufficient and I am exceptional. Okay, y'all. First of all, I think sufficient is important in this topic, right?
Yeah.
Because you're sufficient enough to go the extra mile. You're sufficient enough to, as Queen Michelle said, keep boundaries. Be careful. Be intentional. Pay attention. Understand that you are exceptional. So having a relationship with somebody of the opposite sex can draw them nearer, especially if you are exceptionally sufficient. They shall be attracted to you. So if you don't want no problems, don't start no relationships. That's all I'm saying.
Especially if you're exceptionally good in that area.
Don't be getting, don't be trying to get them benefits.
Don't be crossing them boundaries, honey, because we're going to have a problem.
We got to be adulting, y'all. And adulting is recognizing what happens the day after, right? How toxic it get when you wake up. Or be real.
And you are sufficient. You are enough to be, talk how you feel. So
be honest.
This great communication. Be honest. If that's your friend, you should be able to be honest. That's why y'all friends. Y'all talk about anything. Y'all say anything but you can't say to the other person, right? So, you are sufficient enough to be exceptionally honest. Period.
And be true to you. So if that's what you want, That's what you need. That's what you desire. Don't play the game like, you know what, we could just be friends with benefits when you know you're not built like that. The one thing that we do is try to do and be who we are not, and then we're stuck, right? We're in this space, in this place where it's toxic. We're in this space, in this place where we feel unworthy. We put ourselves in other levels of feeling not good enough only because we didn't make a sound decision, right? We were going just with the moment. And the older you get, the more you understand that moments are powerful. They are the magical times that change your whole existence. So it's not just a moment. It can create a whole level of discomfort and misunderstanding. So I say the benefit is being honest about where y'all gonna go from here. The benefit is keeping the boundaries. If you feel you are attracted to somebody, be honest about that, right? And don't be friend zoning people that you like. Stop fronting. Stop fronting.
That's
because if you're sleeping with somebody, you like them. Period. Women, you like them some kind of way. Now I can't speak for men because I ain't no man. But let them tell it. They don't gotta like you to sleep with you. They just gotta like you in the moment. So because we are long term, understand that your efficiency is what makes you sufficient. So be sufficient in who you know you to be, so that you don't fall prey to what they doing, and be who you are at all times, because you're the only one that's gonna be carrying the bag the next day. You're the only one that's going to be in your feelings the next day. So just make sure that you're making decisions that line up with who you are really. Now, who they say you are, now who you're trying to be today, now what you're trying out. Get to know you so that when you do those things, you can wake up and be okay with yourself the next day. Then there's no toxicity. You're toxic only because you had a misunderstanding and a wrong calculation of what tomorrow would be if I gave myself today. It's not always that. Get clarity.
Or the after. Soon as we finish after, your mind is like.
Now you're like, oh, wedding bells. It was amazing. But this has been an awesome conversation. Thank you guys for these amazing topics. Thank you guys for communicating, because without you.
Thank you for the conversation.
There's no Corfield conversations without you.
No conversation, honey. So we appreciate y'all allowing us to have
that's a good topic. Women need to stop chasing the bag and slow down so the man can hold your bags.
I'll take that. I'll take that.
And I'll drink to that.
Come on now.
So remember that it is a relay race, and somebody is relying on you to turn your heartbeat into a soul beat in order to leave your soul print. Because the fingerprint tells us what you got wrong in this world, and the soul print, it tells us what you got right, and what God got right is you. So we didn't come here to compete with each other. We came here to complete each other. And the difference between them two words is an L. And the L stands for love, and love grows everything. So love yourself first. Remember, you can never turn on anybody else's light, but you can provide enough light for them to find their switch. So stay lit in this world so somebody can find their way out of the darkness. It is your responsibility. Remember, the ability of measurement in which you can respond. God is waiting on you to be the difference. Remember to be sufficient. And what was the other one? Exceptional. And exceptional in all that you do. Anything you want to add, boo-boo? Nope. Well, that was it. Well, guess what? Thank you for tuning in to Coffee and Conversations. And don't forget to wake up and make today count. We'll see you guys back here tomorrow.
Tomorrow morning with another hot topic. Enjoy your Winning Wednesday.
That part. Hump day. Get some humps in, y'all.
Whatever it is for you.
Get some humps in, y'all.
Wisdom Wednesday.